StraightAllDay.com.
Alright, so there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Game 2 of the NBA Finals. 2018 NBA Finals is a wrap. Golden State Warriors 122 points. Cleveland Cavaliers 103 points. This wasn't really a game. This was kind of a blowout. It wasn't really a competitive matchup that we saw here tonight. This is kind of like what I think we expected the finals were going to be in Game 1, but now we're getting it in Game 2. Hopefully we get something more like Game 1 in Games 3 and 4, and then Game 5, 6, 7, asterisk if necessary. But let's take a look at what happened in Game 2, and I'm going to tell you what needs to happen for this to be a competitive series. So we're going to watch whether it's competitive or not, right? But we want to make this a competitive series, something that we get some good basketball out of. This is what needs to happen. First, let's talk about what did happen. Game 2, let's first look at the losing Cleveland Cavaliers. LeBron James had 29 points, 9 rebounds, 13 assists, 2 steals, 50% from the floor, 7 of 9 from the free throw line, 2 of 4 from 3. He had 5 turnovers, but LeBron James had a great game. If you look at this statistically, just look at it in a vacuum statistically, this is an amazing game. There's no NBA player that could put up 29, 9, and 13 in any round of a playoff game, and you'd be disappointed. But LeBron James, you're looking at it like, all right, he got to do a little bit more. That's not enough. It was just an average game for LeBron. He's normalized being great so much that this is not enough, and the fact that his team actually needs it. Those two things together, this is not enough from LeBron James if they're going to win. Now, if he just wants to, to keep adding to his stat line, this is amazing. But he's got to do more if they're going to win. Kevin Love, 22 points, 10 rebounds. He had a pretty good game. 7 of 18. Shooting wasn't all that, but 3 of 8 from 3. Tristan with 11 and 5. George Hill scored 15. J.R. Smith did nothing. Jeff Green, nothing. It seems like Jeff Green is playing in quicksand. See, Jeff Green plays like he's running on sand on the beach. I don't understand. The guy seems to be playing in slow motion. I don't know. I haven't watched Jeff Green that much, but that's just how it appears watching him play. Larry Nance, Kyle Korver, Jordan Clarkson, everybody else on the roster, nothing. Got nothing from anybody else on this team besides LeBron's 29, 9, and 13. Nobody else's performance even stood out to me. Kevin Love made a couple good plays, but not enough good plays. We're going to get back to that in a moment. The winning team, Golden State Warriors. Kevin Durant, 26, 9, and 7. His numbers are comparable to LeBron's, except he don't have to carry the load that LeBron carries. He could put up 26, 9, and 7, and it's a solid contributing performance to the team winning. Wasn't even the best performance on the team, which is amazing. Just shows you the depth of this roster that the Warriors got. He also had 2 blocks and 10 of 14 from the floor. The guy just wasn't missing. Draymond with a Draymond game, 5 points, 8 rebounds, 7 assists. JaVale McGee even made several buckets, diving on a pick and roll, just catching the ball near the basket and scoring. And that's this game. He showed one of the reasons why he's actually a good asset for them, because of the way that he can fill space on that pick and roll, set high screens far from the basket, dive to the hoop. He can catch anything, and he can finish around the rim, being as big and as athletic as he is. Clay with a quiet 20 points, 2 rebounds. He was 8 for 13. And Steph Curry was the man of the hour, 33.7 rebounds, 8 assists, making all kinds of ridiculous three-pointers, 9 threes, new NBA Finals record. Sean Livingston came in and chipped in 10. The Warriors did what the Warriors do. This is pretty much what they did all season. The Cavs did pretty much what they did all season. If this is a normal regular season game, LeBron's 29, 9, and 13, Kevin Love's 22 and 10, the Cavs probably win. But they're playing against the best team in the NBA. It didn't quite work out. Now, let me tell you what needs to happen for the rest of this series for the Cavs to win. Cavaliers need Kyrie Irving. That's what the Cavaliers need. Now, I know Kyrie Irving can't be traded to the Cavs in the middle of this series. What I mean is, we look back at the 2016 finals. I remember saying at the beginning of that series that, look, the Cavaliers can beat the Warriors, but what needs to happen is Kyrie Irving has to outplay Steph Curry. Because you got LeBron, who had to go against the conglomerate of the Warriors. This is pre-Kevin Durant. So you had Clay, you had Draymond, Iguodala was healthy. That whole group, LeBron could outplay them. You just needed Kyrie to neutralize and outplay Steph Curry, which he was capable of doing. We didn't know yet if he would, but we knew he was capable. If he could do that, then the Cavaliers can win that series. In addition, you add in Kevin Love's contribution. What happened? Kyrie didn't play too well the first 2 games of the series, but he came alive those last 3/4 games of the series, and the Cavaliers ended up winning that series. Now, without a Kyrie, what the Cavaliers need is, besides LeBron's individual brilliance, they need somebody else to be Kyrie Irving for the rest of the series. Now, that could either be, it's 2 options. That could either be Kevin Love, because back then in the 16 finals, Kevin Love wasn't scoring a lot of points. He wasn't getting the ball out, and it was in Game 7 that he really started crashing the boards and really playing with some urgency on the boards, knowing that he wasn't getting points, and he finally, you know, contributed the way they needed him to contribute. It can either be Kevin Love stepping up his scoring, because even though he scored 22 points in this game, it didn't feel like he scored 22. If you watched it, did it feel like Kevin Love had 22 and 10? Kevin Love needs to get about 26, 27. He needs to get up in that 30-point range. The same way that Kyrie and LeBron were both dropping 30s and 40s together in the 16 finals and even into the 17 playoffs, that's the same thing that Kevin Love needs to come up enjoying LeBron and that scoring barrage in this series. And it's not, I understand that the Cavs are not running a lot of plays for Kevin Durant, the kind of stuff that they were running for him in Minnesota. But Kevin Love can still be aggressive. Listen, when you're playing basketball aggressively, all y'all who play ball, you understand this. When you're playing ball aggressively, they don't have to be running plays for you. You can still be coming to the ball like, yo, I'm open. You can still cut harder. You'll be open. You'll get past. LeBron James is the best passer in the NBA. You'll get the ball if you're open, especially if you can make shots and you've been making them. He's going to find you and give you the ball, especially because he don't want to have to do everything. He will gladly give you the ball if you want to take it and go do something with it. That's not a matter of plays being run for you. That's not a matter of you having a certain, you do have to have a certain skill set, but it's really about mentally just coming with a sense of urgency and playing aggressively. If Kevin Love does that offensively, he will get the ball, and LeBron will gladly let him do his thing if he can score on whoever the Warriors put in front of him. I don't see a reason why any Warrior can stop Kevin Love from scoring. I mean, I'm not saying he's this unstoppable greatest scorer ever, but he can score. The same way KD can score, the same way Steph can score, the same way LeBron can score, Kevin Love can score. The dude's average 25 in the NBA. All right, you can't be a bum averaging 25 in the NBA for a whole season. He can do it. It's just a matter of him bringing it more aggressively. I think mentally he just doesn't approach the game the same way now, knowing that his offense has kind of been marginalized relative to what he used to do when he was in Minnesota. But if the Cavs are going to win this series, he has to become Kyrie Irving, so to speak, and being that second fiddle offensive guy who can say, you know what, LeBron, chill out for this little 5-minute stretch. I'm about to start cooking. Give me the ball. I'm gonna cook Kevin Durant. I'm gonna cook Clay. I'm gonna cook Draymond Green. I'm gonna cook Jordan Bell or any of them centers that they put on me. None of these dudes can guard me. Let me score some points. Let me be the guy that's getting the ball, and then we can do our back and forth or whatever we got to do. Then late in the game, yo, you bring it home or give me the ball, whatever we got to do. Kevin Love has to become that guy. That's the only way this series is going to be really competitive for the Cavs. They can't outscore the Warriors with Kevin Love chipping in like a low 20s. Him getting 20, 22 points. It looks good on the stat sheet, but it doesn't feel good because it ain't doing enough for them to really be close enough to win these games. Of course, they're not going to shut down KD and Steph every single game. One of those guys is going to have a good game. And again, an average game for those guys is 25 or so points. You're still going to get another 20 out of Clay. You got Draymond doing his all-around thing. Somebody got to step up and put the ball in the damn basket and be aggressive. Like, this is the thing with LeBron and this whole playoffs. Everybody been saying, like, yo, how can LeBron carry this team? He can't do everything. LeBron's getting tired. LeBron have a great game, but they still going to lose even with him having an amazing performance. That's because somebody else got to step up and do something. So option A, and this is the best option, I believe, Kevin Love got to step up and be a damn alpha dog. Now, I know alpha means only one person, first person. It's always going to be LeBron, but he got to be that 1A alpha guy, the same way Kyrie was with him. And at times, Kyrie kind of took that and became the guy, as in the fourth quarter of the 2016 finals, Game 7, even in Game 6, when Kyrie dropped those 40s, or was it Game 5? We know the last shot in Game 7. We remember that shot that Kyrie hit over Steph Curry. Sometimes Kyrie kind of took it and said, yo, I'm going to be the dude for a minute. Kevin Love got to get up to that level, or at least as close as he can get. And I think he's not anywhere close to it right now. That's option 1. Option 2, option B, we'll say, is Cavaliers role players. Somebody in that role player group got to step up and get 20 points every single game. Someone in the role players, someone besides LeBron or Kevin Love on the Cavs, got to score 20 points in a game for the Cavs. With LeBron and Kevin Love still doing what they do. Kevin Love will still have to get his low 20s. LeBron still got to get his 30 plus. Then somebody else got to get 20 plus points. Not 15 like George Hill had, not 16, not 19, 20. And the problem with this, the reason why this is option B, is because we can't depend on this. We don't know if anyone on the Cavaliers roster is capable of achieving this. We haven't seen, I'm not betting on Tristan doing it. I wouldn't bet $1 on J.R. Smith doing it. I think George Hill can give you 15, which is solid. We need somebody else to step up. Jeff Green, can he get you 20? I'm not betting on that. You're betting on Larry Nance, Kyle Korver. Kyle Korver can do it if he gets hot, but the Warriors not going to make that many mistakes defensively to give him those threes. Jordan Clarkson, forget it. C.D. Osman, Rodney Hood, Zizic, Jose Calderon. You see why this is a problem? You see why option B is a problem? I say option A is the only option the Cavs got. Kevin Love got to play fucking aggressively. He got to play like he wants the damn ball, as if he's not a role player. Kevin Love is like an overqualified role player right now for the Cavs. That's what he is. But he signed a contract for whatever he's getting paid. He signed a big deal after that 2015 series. He re-signed with the Cavs, and he was an unrestricted free agent. He's making $20-something million a season, I think, or something close to it. He got to start playing like a damn star. He's a star. He's getting paid like a star, but he's playing. His role is an overqualified role player, but he got to be able to say, you know what, fuck that. Give me the ball. Let me take some pressure off of you, LeBron. Let me take some heat off of you. Let me do my thing for a few minutes and carry this team so we can compete. Y'all, they got 1, 2, 3, 4 All-Stars. We got 2 All-Stars, but Kevin Love ain't playing like an All-Star. It's like he's there, but he ain't really there. If y'all been watching the games, y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. If y'all got a better option for me, I ain't got to say nothing else about the Warriors. I mean, if they keep playing how they've been playing, they're going to win this series. It's going to be a 4-0 sweep. They can just keep doing what they've been doing. They don't need to make any adjustments. The Cavaliers need to make some. They need to make them quick. And I see the best adjustment they can make is Mr. Love got to step up and be a motherfucking superstar like he's getting paid to be, like he used to be, like I know he's capable of being, but for whatever reason, well, I already laid out the reasons, he ain't doing it. If he doesn't do it, this is going to be a sweep. It's going to be a boring 4-game series, and I hope it's over in 4 so I can get back to my normal sweeping schedule if Kevin Love ain't going to start playing. Y'all tell me what y'all think. What can the Cavs do to make this a competitive series? Who on the Cavs needs to do something, and who on the Cavs can do something? That's the question. Who needs to, and who's actually capable? Because listen, everybody needs to do something, but who's actually capable of doing something? That's the question we got to answer. Y'all tell me if y'all got a better answer than that. We know LeBron's going to be LeBron. We pretty much have seen that. We come to expect it. You got a better answer. I really want to know it. Leave it in the comments. Next game is what? Wednesday, game 3 in Cleveland. Let's see if the Cavs show up. Somebody else on the Cavs besides LeBron shows up and they can win a damn game in the series. Work on your game. DreAllDay.com.